In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to scrape any website with N8N using a no-code method. Whether you're new to web scraping or just looking for a way to automate your data collection, this tutorial will guide you through the entire process. Let's dive in. First off, we'll get started by setting up a new workflow in N8N. The first node you'll want to add is the trigger node. If you prefer to have control over when to run this operation, opt for a manual trigger node. However, if automation is more your speed, consider using a schedule node so it can execute automatically at your preferred intervals. Once you have your trigger set up, it's time to incorporate an HTTP request node. Connect it directly to your trigger, which helps establish the workflow. Within the node settings, you'll find various options, but for our purposes, you'll want to set the method to GET. This is crucial because it allows you to retrieve information from the website you want to scrape. Next, you'll need to enter the URL of the target website. This tells N8N where exactly to pull the data from. Make sure you set the response format to string. This will ensure that you receive the raw HTML content required for the next steps. Moving forward, you'll introduce an HTML extract node right after the HTTP request node. Now, this is where things get interesting. The role of this node is to sift through the HTML content and pick out the data you actually need. To make this happen, you'll use CSS selectors. It's essential to inspect the website beforehand to determine the correct selectors, such as product title for extracting a product's name or .price for its cost. As you configure this node, create rules to appropriately map these HTML elements to meaningful output names. For example, you might set it up so that the title of a product maps directly to .product title. At this point, you might be contemplating what to do with the extracted data. That's where storage options like Google Sheets or a database come into play. This step is entirely optional, but recommended if you plan to track or analyze the data later. Simply add a data storage node and connect it to hold and organize your information efficiently. Before we wrap up, it's time to test your workflow to ensure it's functioning as expected. Execute the whole process and watch as N8N scrapes and extracts the data correctly. If everything looks just as you want it to, the final step is to activate your workflow. This allows it to run as configured, whether manually or automatically. And there you have it, a straightforward, no-code approach to scraping websites with N8N. For those interested in trying this out, you can find a download link at the top of the description. Thanks for tuning in and happy scraping!